Well, guys, it's amazing. Thank you for coming back to our channel. We are now about halfway through our 3,400 kilometre trip around New South Wales. We've explored all of the top parts of New South Wales that we were planning on doing. I've shown you around Burke. I've shown you around Whitecliff where we did some amazing opal hunting, and I've shown you lots of other places, and I still have more to show you. But we've headed down now around the river area at the bottom part of New South Wales, and we're now exploring along the Murrumbidgee River, the Murray River, and a few more inland places. I discovered this amazing area called the Canola Way, and just look at how beautiful all these flowers are. So we just came along here. Now, I have some amazing stuff to share with you. In this episode, we're going to see a giant guitar. We are going to see a baby koala and so much more. Well, it's time to travel, and we've got the Windsor back on the road again. It's exciting. For those of you who've been watching our channel, seeing us do the renovations, we're now heading off on a 3,400 kilometre journey around New South Wales. We'll be sharing with you the good, the bad, the exciting places, the charming destinations. Dougie will be out having lots of walks, so we'll be sharing some of the history, the places to stay, the things to do, the food to eat, and so much more. So we look forward to having you on our journey as we explore this amazing country, see some amazing animals. So please don't forget to like and subscribe, and come along on our epic trip in our Windsor pop top. So we're actually camping in the Narrandera Showground, and it's a nice big open space with plenty of room, so good campsite. You got bunny, darling. You got a bunny. Have you got a bunny? This bunny can steal a bunny. Yes. Finished? How cool is this, guys? Just look at this amazing old industrial hall at the Narrandera Showground. It is incredibly cool. I love the shape of the roof. You know, it's the thing about when you get out and walk and you travel around, you see so much stuff, some amazing stuff that you wouldn't normally see when you're at home. You get to hear the birds, and you look at the buildings, and your Dougie gets to have his walk. And if you look across there, and this is the main arena for the showground, they're obviously having it done over, but way over there in the distance is a flock of kangaroos having dinner. So they're dining out at the moment because it's getting to dusk around here. So Dougie and I are having a lovely walk, exploring. On this, and we can have maximum of 3 nights here for $25 a night, which is very good value. So guys, we've had a few adventures in the caravan parks. At the showground here in Narrandera, that was hilarious. So you have to have a receipt which has a number on it. That number is the number that you need if you want to have a shower in the morning. So the drama was that the receipt was locked in the car keys were somewhere around the van, and all this drama just to have a shower this morning. So it's been entertaining. Time for a morning coffee. Thing I like about powered sites is that we can have a morning coffee. Okay, so we've got the shower out of the way, we've resolved that issue, we've had our morning coffee, which was fantastic, and now it's time to get Dougie out to explore the town of Narrandera. So we're heading off for a walk around Narrandera. So far guys, I have not seen any of those heritage signs that you would normally see in towns, but I have got to show you this. So this is the amazing council chambers, built in 1830. Just look at this. It is just stunning. Doesn't really say. Now guys, how beautiful is that old church? It's just stunning. And unlike lots of churches, it's not somebody's house these days. Oh wow, I'd love to see that beautiful glass work from the inside with the sun shining on it. But this is just stunning. It's very English. I could see this in Midsummer Murders. Aha! Here's a bit more about John O'Brien. I can't really see a lot, so we might actually have to Google him to find out who he was and what his connection was to Narrandera. Okay, well that answers this question when we were trying to work out who this guy John was. So obviously he was a local priest, but he worked under a pseudonym to be a famous Australian poet. And look, judging by the sign, he was a minister at the church that we've just been past for 27 years. So that explains why the house next to the church is a heritage centre to him, and it explains why there's a big plaque there. Alright, so we're going to head on now to the Tourist Information Centre, and I understand that's where there is a giant guitar. But I'm going to show you a few more bits of the main street as we head up to the Tourist Information Centre. Okay guys, so if you want somewhere to eat in Narrandera, this place was fantastic. Best steak sandwich I have had in ages. Wonderful fish and chips. We had a really nice meal here, and it wasn't overly expensive. It was 15-minute, 20-minute wait for it, but well worth the wait. Okay guys, so this is the Narrandera Railway Station. It's a craft centre now, but it's just beautiful up here. These historical buildings have been beautifully done up, and so we're going to have a little bit of explore here, and then I am going to walk across to the Tourist Information Centre. Now I've realised that I was looking at the map incorrectly, and we've been walking away from the Tourist Information Centre instead of towards it. Don't ask. Alright, so this is the Narrandera Railway Station. It's located on the Hay Railway line of New South Wales. I will show you around Hay at a later stage. Now, this railway station was constructed in 1888 by Charles Hardy, based on a design attributed to John Wilton. This second-class station building was completed and officially opened in February 1881. Now, it wasn't until 1991 that it actually received heritage listing, and has a New South Wales heritage listing. Now, it did impact on the whole area of New South Wales because it reduced the need for riverboat trade across the Narrandera Hay area, so up the Murrumbidgee River. And so it allowed for the trade of produce from this area into Sydney via rail. And it's still a rail linked even to today.
When it was built, it was the biggest playing battalion in the world. It got on the Guinness Book of World Records in 1988,
Really?
but it's not the biggest in the world anymore.
Huh?
This was built in 1988, and they were trying to get a festival happening here, and it didn't take off. But yeah, and then sort of Tamworth became the country music capital, and Parks went there at Elvis Festival and everything. But yeah, I'm pretty sure those happened after. So it's possible it's still the biggest acoustic one, we're not sure. Big guitar. So up the road is the big tennis racket at Barellin. At Ungary there is a big Sheffield football. So there's a few big things around.
So this really interesting display is all about the Narrandera War Training Centre, that was also known as Number 8 Element Fly Training Centre from the Second World War. Now, it was established in 1940 and operated until 1945 at the end of the Second World War. Now, its primary aim was to train pilots to fly Tiger Moths, this beautiful airplane I've just showed you, and prepare them for further advanced training on the airfield. Now, Narrandera's airfield is located about 4 kilometres out of town, and I'm not sure whether I'll get a chance to get out there and have a look, but this is dedicated to those people that fought, flew, and were involved in this centre during the Second World War. And I think it is an amazing thing to come and see, guys. It really is. Okay, so Dougie's had a nice big walk now, so we're going to head back to the caravan to have a rest and grab some lunch. So I'll show you more of the exciting things in Narrandera after we get back to the caravan. Here's Dougie in the caravan annex. What you doing, little boy? What you doing? You scratching. Having a scratch. You have a scratch, little boy. Okay, guys, so I'm grabbing a seat on the bed at the moment because I want to show you the other end of the caravan. So you can see the light fitting up there, and it's working quite nicely now on 12 volt because we've just disconnected from the power here. Anyway, the other day we had a massive rainstorm come in, and there was water coming out of there like you wouldn't believe. I had a pop-top bucket down here on the floor. Dougie was getting wet, and it was really, really interesting. So that's why we've been keeping the pop-top down. But what we've identified, right, so one of the rivets that holds the solar panels on the roof actually snapped, and it created a leak. So when we got the storm come in, the water got in through that hole and looked for an exit point and came out through the light fitting. Now, thankfully, it wasn't a huge amount of water, and it certainly hasn't done any damage to the light, still working beautifully. So that's just been one of our entertaining issues, and we're going to get that fixed shortly. Okay, so other than the light issue, which is directly above my head now, we've had no real major issues with the caravan, which has been really, really good. And we've taken it off the road, we've taken it off grid, we've had it go along quite rugged dirt tracks, and so it's been fantastic. So having a Windsor, it may be old, but it still is a fantastic vehicle to have. So we're heading out now to go and visit the town beach. Look at how nice this town beach is. really is sand. Sand on the Murrumbidgee River. Well, who'd have thought? That we would find sand on the Murrumbidgee River. So this is Town Beach in Narrandera. And that there is the old railway bridge, which is what we actually came out here looking for. Wasn't expecting a real beach. Yeah? You're getting wetty feet. There you go, you've been in. So this is an absolutely beautiful place to actually have a lunch, take your dog for a walk. Dougie's having a paddle. You can go fishing. I'm not 100% sure what all the fish are in the Murrumbidgee, but this is really nice place to come and relax. The road in's a little bit interesting, and I'll show you that because we're going to walk up from here to have a look at that railway bridge that I just mentioned. But really enjoying it here. So should we get people to say hi to you, Dougie? Alright, so guys, I've just walked back up from the beach to the track, the drive-in track. Now there has been a lot of rain around Narrandera. We seem to be following the rain, the wind and the cold on our 3,400 kilometre trip around New South Wales. I'm not really sure why, but it is actually quite a nice sunny day here at the moment. But you can see all the mud puddles and you can see how interesting this track is to get in. Most you can park further up and walk in. Let's look at the age of some of these trees. Okay, so this bridge here, which is the railway bridge in Narrandera, was opened in 1885 as part of the Southern Rail from Narrandera to Taukura, I don't know how you pronounce that, on the Victorian border. The bridge was commissioned and engineered for the railway. It was as common at the time for the bridges to be constructed out of hardwood timber, so the bridge have rarely had lace ironwork. Registered on the National Estate in 1999 as a significant bridge. So the bridge is slowly collapsing on the old railway lines. It's a shame to see that the government hasn't put together a grant to restore it, repair it, even if they turned it into a walking track like they do in Victoria. Anyway guys, we're going to head back to the caravan for dinner, and tonight I'm cooking. Last night we had the lovely steak sandwiches, and I'll show you more of Narrandera tomorrow. Okay guys, so after having a lovely dinner, we headed back up to have a quick look at the water tank because it's got this beautiful mural on it. Now, what surprised me was the other water tank, which is this really old water tank from the 1800s, which has been supplying the town. But this new water tank, with all of its beautiful artwork, this stunning mural, was done in 2019. But we're going to head down now to the river to do a bit of fishing before it gets too dark. So we're down at the Murrumbidgee River now, down actually near where they have the old brewery that was originally here. I'm not going to show you around that tonight. I will show you around it probably tomorrow because we're going to do some fishing. Just look at how beautiful it is here and the sounds of the birds. Just perfect place to sit and relax with a fishing rod. So it's a beautiful sunny day here in Narrandera. We had an amazingly bad storm last night. Just about got flooded out. It was shocking. It was thunder and lightning and everything last night. The annexe was absolutely flooded. But look at it now. It's a beautiful sunny day. So the storm's gone through and we're having a look at the brewery. Now this is called Oak Bank Brewery and it's been located on the banks of the Murray River down here. This is where we went fishing last night. Around here is free camping. So if you come to Narrandera, you can camp here on this big oval. There are toilets. There's also a barbecue area. And so it's a really nice site right on the Murrumbidgee. You can stop here according to the sign for about 2 nights, I think it said. And it was on Wiki Camps because I looked it up afterwards. So just under the bridge from the brewery on the other side is the Charles Sturt Memorial, and it's not far from the wetlands, and I'll show you those later on. But this was really interesting that Charles Sturt passed through. But the other thing I found interesting here were these telegraph poles. So guys, as we know, Charles Sturt actually made his way all the way to Burke, but he came through here on his way to finding Burke. A couple other monuments over here. What's this one? Celebrating Narrandera as a town. So this is the Narrandera wetlands area. Look at the old telegraph poles. That is pretty cool. Aha! Now, Telecom Australia. It's now Telstra. Not much left. So after exploring this area, we're going to head along the road down to the koala track. I've been told that this is where we go to see koalas in the wild, so we'll check it out. Koala track, 2.5 kilometres easy walk. I'll go that one. I only want to see a koala. I've never seen a koala in a while. Really got to look up, don't we, for koalas? Oh, definitely kangaroos here. Hello to you. Wow. It's a lot smaller than I thought. Or is he just a baby? guys, so this is our last day in Narrandera and we're heading off for a walk in the Narrandera wetlands. I'm looking forward to seeing all the birds and checking out the scenery, so we're going to head off. You walk on, I'll catch up to you. The lady in the Tourist Information Centre also said that there should be koalas over this side. Oh, they've got those bird boxes just up here. There's lots of nothing. Well, we've had a wonderful few days in Narrandera. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you come and visit it. But we're heading on further in our 3,000 kilometre trip around New South Wales. We'll be sharing more episodes with you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you see Dougie on the way, please say hi. Thanks.